transformations and shifts that may be going on for a lot of the collective who is following me at this time. So, before we get started, thank you to each and every one of you who show your support to this channel, whether it be through liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, leaving timestamps, donations, making purchases. Everything that you guys do to help support me on my path helps me to be able to continue being here to support you on your path. So thank you for that, and thank you for giving back for these healing sessions. It really does make a very big difference in my life, even when it's just something small. You're going to be making money every day of the year, 365, baby. There may be hidden money going on as well. For some of you, there could be a hidden trust fund or inheritance or something like that. You may want to keep an eye on your taxes as well and make sure that you're setting aside some money for your taxes. For some of you too, especially if you are doing a side business or something along those lines. It's always a good idea to decide what percentage you need to set aside for taxes and set that aside every month. You may be saying, fuck off, to a current job that you're working, or like, you know what, I'm fucking out of here. I'm done with this shit. Done. You may be figuring out the answer to a mystery as well, and that could be causing this done energy. Yeah, you are off to your dreams. Some of you could definitely be leaving some sort of job to go after something else that you have dreamt of doing for a very long time. Somebody here may actually want to be a veterinarian. I'm thinking about that because my youngest daughter kind of wants to be a vet. And then there's this dog here. Somebody could get gifted an animal as well. Somebody could be getting gifted roses or chocolates. You could almost feel like it's Christmas at this time for you. Like everything's just falling in your lap and everything is materializing very quickly. Share your pain, share your story. So you might be deciding to open up about certain things that have happened in your life, certain situations you've had to deal with, certain times that you've just had to be like, you know what, fuck you, I'm out. You may also decide to share your pain or your story in a certain situation that is going to bring you a lot of success. Some of you may be deciding to go to therapy to work through some of the things that are hidden within you that you don't necessarily want anybody to know about. You may be very protective about your inner workings or your inner emotions or the things you've been through. Some of you may still be lingering on a death from the past as well for some of you in a waiting room. Some of you are getting ready to step into a singing career. Singing or songwriting. Some of you may be doing a lot more karaoke as well. Some of you could have some hidden talents that you have not allowed everyone to see. And this may be what you're stepping into in the near future. Some of you are going to be working in a nice place. Some of you are going to be living in a nice place. And there could be a car involved in some way as well. A convertible. And if you see anything else in there, that could be for you specifically. This transition or transformation could have something to do with your love life as well. Maybe your job was making your love life or your family life very complicated, chaotic. You could have even had a lot of chaos going on in your mind or your life or just in general. It could have been something that was very stressful, demanding, and really just did not feel fulfilling in any way. Some of you could have been working for somebody, cleaning their house or taking care of their animals or something along those lines, and this person just did not give you the recognition you deserved or even give you what you deserved in general for the services you were providing. Money is coming my way every day, including today. So, you are not going to have to worry about money. Money is going to be flowing in very naturally, very fluidly, very regularly. You're going to have a lot of abundance coming into you. Some of you could actually be making money off of your story. Once again, with the whole, you could be becoming a songwriter, a singer. Some of you could be becoming a therapist. Some of you could be working with animals. A florist. Somebody could be deciding to be a florist or open their own plant shop. Or somebody may be doing something with gardening as well. Something about sharing your story is going to be involved, though, whether that is telling people what you've been going through and somebody deciding to give you a hand up and kind of give you a chance to prove yourself. So somebody could have actually been in jail in the past as well, or something along those lines, or have something that people look down upon about you. And it could be as well that sharing your story is going to bring you that success because you're going to be sharing it through your writing, through your art, through counseling and things like that. Some of you may be deciding to join the Peace Corps or to go to a very war-torn area as well. Some of you could be part of the reconstruction process of a place that was torn down or demolished. Some of you could be actually deciding to go into some sort of demolishing type of company where you go in and you tear down the buildings that are old and falling apart before people can come in and clean it up and make new ones. Explosives. I don't know what that is about. 44. There could be a reconciliation that's going to be happening as well. And there could be something in your past that is really just very mind-blowing. Something that makes you realize some things. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Instead of kisses, we get kicked. Instead of treats, we get tricked. I did those backwards. But the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Your ability to not give in painful times is something that is also going to be very beneficial for you. You are doing an amazing job. You're transforming the way that you see yourself in the mirror. You're transforming the way that you see others around you. You are really coming into a very strong state of peace. A lot of you are working very hard at your mental health at this time as well. Some of you could be getting ready to create a screen, like a screenplay, or some of you could be getting ready to write a book that's going to be turned into a movie. Some of you could be getting ready to direct a movie in some way or act in one. Some of you are going to be doing some plays, like dressing up and going to the playhouse and doing some plays, and you may actually get recognized as a talent through that. Memoirs of a Geisha is coming to mind. So a lot of you are going to be turning your story literally into something very lucrative for you. In whatever way you decide to do this, it's going to be very successful and very abundant. A lot of you have had a very winding and twisting and turning and changing path through life. And this is getting ready to kind of even out and level out a bit. You may have had your life destroyed, or you may have even grown up in a war-torn area for some of you. You could have had your life destroyed. And even if you didn't grow up in a war-torn area, you may have grown up in World War III, like Pink says in her song. Grown up in World War III. I think it's Perfect is the name of that song. 'Cause you're perfect to me. Six of Stakes. You're getting a lot of recognition in the near future. A lot of success. I feel like you bring new life and new energy to a lot of situations as well. You make people feel young again and like they can do anything. You may also be, some of you could be taking some time away from the stuffy office or the work or the studying you've been doing for a long time to kind of enjoy yourself and go out and have some fun and get to know some people. Some of you might feel like your love life distracted you in a way from paying attention to thieves. Some of you may want to watch out for somebody that comes in as a distraction as well. A lot of you are going to be, once again, telling that story of your life and your pain. Telling the story of the thieves in your life, telling the story of the liars in your life, 33. Everything you've gone through, everything you've overcome, everything that you have learned from your experiences. Some of you might be remembering what it was like to be young again as well. And that could be a lot of what is driving this. Hi, beautiful. Nice to see you. Death. The eternal cycle begins here. That came out in my last reading too. Trick or treat. Mischief and play. Some of you are getting ready to go into a career that you are going to find so fun. You're going to find it very enjoyable. You're going to feel like it brings the life back to you. You're welcome, beautiful. Thank you as well. All your support is definitely appreciated. Yeah, you're going to be stepping into an area where you're going to feel very fulfilled. Right after you knock down this last experience, right after you say, fuck it, I'm out. Who's coming with me? You're going to be leaving. You're going to be having this transformation, this transition. Once you leave this soul-sucking, fucking miserable ass experience that you're going through right now, whether it brings you money or not, you're going to decide, fuck this, I can't do it anymore. I need something else. And once you do that, once you take that risk, you are going to be rewarded very heavily. You're going to be rewarded with a much more fulfilling experience, something that brings you joy, happiness, fun. It's going to really be making you feel very youthful again, filled with life again. You're going to realize just how much of your life this last experience job-wise was taking out of you, because it was fucking killing you, quite literally killing you. Starseed, self, memories, and identity. Vesica, Pisces. Divine feminine, birthing and fertility. Air element. Philosophy, discrimination, and empathy. So, somebody's going to be having empathy on the discrimination that you have experienced in your life too. Compassion towards you because of it. So some of you, like I was saying before, there is going to be this energy of sharing your story and sharing your pain and allowing people into your world, allowing them to see you in a more vulnerable light. And because of these urges to share your experiences, somebody is going to be deciding to give you that chance, allowing you the chance to prove yourself or work your way up in some sort of way. Somebody's going to be wanting to build you up, and somebody's going to be wanting to help you fly. You have dealt with a lot of nasty and negative people in your life as well, I feel like. So you might have a bit of trust issues when it comes to trusting this person. But you're being asked and encouraged to let go and allow this situation to be what it's meant to be for however long it lasts. And to be okay with however it turns out. You're going to be really looking into your memories as well, identifying what it is about you or your life, what it is that you enjoy, what it is that really drives you and motivates you, what it is that calls out to your soul. You're going to be birthing a new energy into your life, this fertile energy, this abundant energy. You're going to be allowing things to come to you instead of feeling like you have to chase after them constantly. And this is going to draw in a lot of good opportunities for you. This just letting go energy and allowing things to be as they are, being able to go with the flow, being adaptable, flexible, relaxed in situations. And once again, some of you may be consulting a spiritual healer or a therapist or a counselor in some way to be able to work your way through the rest of whatever it is you have to go through. Mostly because you've had a lot of people take what you have given them and make it their own almost in a way. And so you just really kind of want to not express all these things to everyone around you. It's making me want to sing that song again that I was singing earlier today. Got a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you'll save. Better lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave. If I told you, then I know you won't tell what I've said. 'Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. Rewards, recognitions, retreats, reconciliations, and refunds. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are going to be able to have that money to finally be able to have that break you've been needing for such a fucking long time. And it's just almost going to fall in your lap, basically. Post office. Some of you could be getting ready to work for the post office, maybe like UPS or FedEx, something where you drive distances. Some of you may really enjoy just driving and just being alone, and that could be something that is really enticing to you for that reason, and it's going to give you that time and space to heal. Plus, they pay pretty well. Animal shelter. Some of you could be getting ready to move into some sort of volunteer work, because some of you might actually be coming into a large sum of money that is coming your way to allow you to be able to work in a volunteer setting in some way. Some of you, once again, could be looking into being a veterinarian, working at an animal shelter, financial services. Some of you could be getting ready to get a job at a bank or in like the IRS, or in, some of you may even be getting in like financial law in some way, having to deal with like wills and probate and things like that. Some of you could be getting ready to go into like stock broking or stocks work in some way. Human resources, pediatric care. So HR, being able to be the diplomat between the employees and the employer. Some of you may be getting ready to go into that. And that's another place where your stories are going to be something that brings you a benefit as well. Because when it comes to dealing with disgruntled employees, it's a good thing to be able to relate to them and to be able to let them know you know what they're going through when you're dealing with them. And pediatric care, some of you could be getting ready to work in the ICU pediatric unit, or even in the, where, oh, what do they call that? Where women have babies? The maternity ward. The maternity ward. Or maybe even just the pediatric unit in general. Maybe even at like a child clinic of some sort, where the focus is mainly on children. Or a dental office. Some of you, it could be a dental office as too, where you're starting out as like a dental assistant and working your way up, taking the classes you need along the way while getting the experience under your belt too. Specialist. Some of you could be specializing in certain care as well. Travel. Some of you could be like Miles for Smiles used to be back in the day, where they drove this free bus around and helped people. Some of you could be getting ready to do that in places where they don't have the medical care for poverty level people. You may be getting ready to join some sort of organization that is providing that in some way. Some of you could be getting ready to join who? If anyone knows what that is, they know what that is, and that's for them. If they don't, they don't. Animal care. Animal care again. Stand-up comedy, school aid, and family business. So some of you could be getting ready to take over a family business. One of you here may actually not even know that you're the one on the docket for this. Somebody has decided that you're the one that they can entrust with it, especially when it comes to something to do with animal care, because you are the person who is kind to animals. School aid. Nice. Being able to work with kids, being able to, it might be like an office aide job or even like a librarian for some of you. Lunch worker, could be a lunch worker. It's amazing how much of an impact just a lunch worker at a school can have on a child. Everybody, you know, there's a lot of people these days that unless you're big and unless your name's in lights, then you're not important and you're not chosen. Everyone is chosen. Everyone is chosen. The janitor is just as important as the president is. When it comes to the impact that they can make on the world around them and the people around them, it's a very big impact. And everyone has an important purpose and an important life, regardless of whether or not it's the biggest life there is. Everyone has that. 3 of Stakes. Of course, I grew up in poverty, so I mean, going to the school that was in poverty with the teachers who really cared, who weren't being paid very much, but were there every day. Some of them who had deformities, or some of them that were different from others, or some of them, you know, a lot of them grew up in poverty themselves. And they came back to give to the place that gave to them. You have a lot of good coming into you. Along this path, though, there has been somebody that's been trying to trigger you in some way. That's been trying to cause you to overly express yourself in some way. Say you're happy now once more with feelings. So, there could be somebody that is starting to realize as well that they abused their position of power. That everyone that they loved, that they had around them is now gone and they're alone because of their selfishness. And you're going to be like, say you're happy now once more with feeling. Somebody could have been very cruel with their words or hurtful. Somebody could have really tore you down in some way. You could have been dealing with some possession, some manipulation, some control tactics being used against you. You could have been dealing with somebody that was very cruel with their words or their actions towards you. Very calculated. And regardless of this person or what they wanted, you're going to be succeeding. This person's going to be going down and you're going to be rising up. This mayor in Buffy was a complete and total asshat. And he spent a lot of time trying to get any information he could about her plans, about her whereabouts, about everything that she was doing all the time. He hired a whole bunch of people to kill her and take her out. He did all kinds of nasty ass shit. And at the end of the day, still, her and her friends were the ones to succeed and his plans were destroyed. So some of you could actually be getting ready to have something happen where somebody's plans are destroyed, and there may be a lot of attention on this. People may know about it. People may hear about it, or you may even be being interviewed about some of the things that you have gone through in these situations as well. And this is a lot of what's going to be bringing in some sort of success too for somebody here. Believe and receive. Grays, utilitarian, organized, intimidating. Yeah, people have tried to intimidate you. People have tried to keep you from going after what it is that you want to go after. They've tried to keep you down and out. They've tried to stop you from growing. They've tried to stop you from receiving. And there could even be a doppelganger involved in some way as well. Somebody that looks like you, or a stolen identity, a twin. Tall whites, uncertainty, distrust, guarded. Some of you have been a little uncertain, distrustful, guarded because of these energies that you've dealt with and these things that you have gone through. And that might be why you are just now starting to be more vulnerable and open and starting to allow people to see into your inner workings and your world a bit more, because there have been people that you have let in before who have used that against you in some sort of way. And so you may have been having a hard time for a while now expressing yourself, but somebody has brought that out of you, or you have decided to just step up to that plate and open up that line of communication. And that's a lot of what's going to be shifting, changing, and transforming things at this current time. And once again, some of you could be walking away from a fucking fucked up ass workspace where somebody's very abusive of the power, or where somebody is financially abusive, or where somebody just it was supposed to be a hand up, but all it really is a hand down, because you're actually worse off being there than you were without that place. And it may have taken you a little while to realize it, because of the manipulation, the control tactics, the bullshit and drama that's going on could have confused you a little bit, or distracted you, or caused you to be blind to certain things. Skull of Stars, infinite possibilities. Yes, you're going to be opening your mind, and you're going to be opening your heart to the idea that anything could happen. If you just take a risk, there will be a reward. Anything could happen if you just believe. Oh, hold on. There's a part on the High School Musical movie where they're singing together. The first time they were singing together. That anything could happen if you just believe. For some of you, you might actually be working with a partner as well, especially if it has something to do with singing. A duet may be possible. Two people coming together to make something even more beautiful than they could make by themselves. Sweetness and synergy. Once again, with that family business energy too. Some of you might actually be starting a family business. Could even be a family singing group, or dancing group, or something. Two of Stakes. As soon as you make the decision to believe that anything's possible and to step out there, that's when this is all going to happen. Hi, Maple 7. Nice to see you again, beautiful. There could be somebody who has been wanting revenge on you in some sort of way, too. They may be choosing to put down the weapon, or you might be choosing to put down the weapon when it comes to some sort of fight. You're done fighting. You don't want to fight anymore. Somebody's going to be open and receptive to this kind energy, this empathetic energy, this compassionate energy. You may have been very closed off, very guarded. Once again, you may have been in a state where you were not open to receive a whole lot at all. And now that you're opening up to receive a bit more and opening up to believe a bit more, there's going to be a lot of good coming in your way. It has been a while. I hope you've been doing well. Somebody may actually be getting pregnant here as well. Somebody's seed may take root. If that's the case, this is definitely something where there's a lot of love involved in creating this life. Somebody could once again be getting ready to go into social working as well. Somebody may be deciding to work at an adoption agency, or working with children that are in the system in some way. Deciding to be a foster parent could be a possibility. Or even a foster parent for animals, like fostering animals while people are on vacation, things like that. Definitely a lot of good is coming forward. I agree, Rishima. And it's because of this change in perspective that you've been having as well. And also because I feel like the ones that have been trying to take from you or be you, or whatever the case may also be being seen and spotted and noticed. The truth is coming out in certain situations. Most of the time, that's how it works, both sad and good. Mostly good myself. There have been some moments, but overall, mostly good. Once again, you're going to be making money every day of the year. 365. I was noticing that again. 365. Every day of the year, money will be coming your way. Healthy life coach. Some of you could be getting ready to go into a healthy life coach type of situation. You may be deciding to be a trainer, physical trainer, or even a nutritionist, or an herbalist, or somebody who works in essential oils like doTERRA, or making your own products in some way. Gas station manager. Somebody could be getting a promotion to the manager of a gas station. That's a really important job too, because you know what? You gotta have certain qualities about you to be a good manager and to keep things running in a smooth order. And some of you could just be getting promoted to manager in some other area as well, or stepping into a management position in the same service or the same industry that you're in, but like switching over, like somebody who was looked over, not recognized, not valued for what they were worth is getting a job offer from another company where they're going to be able to level up. They didn't give me a promotion at the last place, so why not? Student of life. Some of you are deciding to go your own way. Some of you are deciding to go your own way. Some of you are deciding to just go on a trip, to just travel and make money as you go to pay for the traveling so that you can experience some of life. You may be deciding to just leave everything behind and kind of do like Thoreau. Service industry. Some of you are getting ready to get a job in the service industry, and I kind of hear like a groan going on there. But you know what? I feel like this is going to be something that you're going to really enjoy. It's not going to be something that's going to be stressful or that you hate. I feel like you are somebody that works very well with people, if that's the case. Vampire, emotional intelligence, works very well with people. And what's funny is some people are extremely afraid of emotional intelligence in others because it takes emotional intelligence to be able to get under the skin of somebody, to be able to manipulate somebody, to be able to control somebody. It takes that emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence has a good side and a bad side to it. It has both. With the power that you have or that you're coming into, do not abuse that power. Your Power by Billie Eilish. Good song. You might not want to abuse your power. We may not have chosen to change. These gifts may be weird, but we don't necessarily want to give them away. Invisibility, authenticity. Midnight, the most magical hour of all. So there is going to be something that seems almost magical. It's like Cinderella when she gets to go to that ball. She thought that she wasn't going to get to go. She thought that nothing was working out right. Everything was a fucking mess. Everything had fallen apart. And she's sitting there in the garden in her rags, weeping. And then this fairy godmother just appears out of nowhere and she's like, here, poof. You get to go to this ball. And she thought that was the most magical part of the evening. But what was most magical of all was when the entire spell ended, that shoe was left there. That shoe that allowed him to be able to find her. So you may have left something behind in the past as well that could have caused somebody to be able to see you or find you again. And they're now looking to want to promote you or offer you a job of some sort. And it's like the dream job. This invisibility is going to be ending, though. You're no longer going to be invisible. Yeah, there have been people that have been in and out, hot and cold, on and off. There have been people that have rejected what you had to offer. There have been people who didn't see the value in you. But behind the scenes, There is someone who knows the value of you and is looking to make quick action towards you. Ooh, trying to grow lettuce. That's awesome. My dad had like 4 different kinds of lettuce in his garden. Magical moments coming. Very true. It's like these just magical moments are going to be dropping out of the sky, and you're going to have your choice as well. In the past, you may not have been sure about what you wanted or where you wanted to go. You may not have even been sure why you turned down certain things. Other people may have turned you down. Once again, going back to this authoritarian energy, if somebody in power abusing their position, you may not have been able to get a job in the past for some reason. And there could have been somebody in the background that was actually going through sneakily and lying to people about you and spreading stories and falsehoods and nasty crap, meddling in your business, really sticking their fucking foot up your ass, which you really didn't need at that time. And this could have caused a lot of people to look past your qualities or your value or your worth in some way. These people are now seeing your value and your worth, and you're going to be getting a lot of offers coming your way. But you're not going to be wanting to accept any of them. That's where that whole fuck you picture came in at the beginning, too, is you're going to be telling people to fuck off. I wasn't good enough for you before, so guess what? Fuck you. Because now all of a sudden I'm good enough. Now that I have stuff coming into my life, I'm good enough. This is what I did last summer because all of a sudden all my stuff started growing. And now everybody wants to offer me a job. After telling me no, because I was just a worthless stay-at-home mom who had nothing to offer anybody. Because everybody decided to believe certain people about me too. But that energy is shifting and changing and transforming because people are seeing the truth now. And you may have also found a way to make money that involves none of those people. Alpha Centaurians, foresight, planning, strategy, Earth, survival, adaptable, reliable. What's funny is both of those cards were laying out together long after I put my cards away earlier. I don't even know how they got out, but Merkaba, movement, long distance, travel, excitement. Some of you could be moving to a new area as well, especially if you've been dealing with that energy going on. Some of you could be deciding that the energy in the area that you're in just does not align with who you are and you don't want to be in it anymore. Some of you could be stepping into this grounded confidence and stability. Thank you, beautiful. No more invisible. Finding yourself and letting yourself out. They are definitely beautiful. I love them so much. So you're planning things. You're creating things. You're putting things into action that are going to help you in the future. Creating a stable and solid foundation for yourself. Somebody else may have had a lot of foresight or planning before they left this world as well. So once again, there could be somebody that's getting ready to come into some money that was left to them too, by somebody who actually thought about the future of the people they were leaving behind. Or finding out about somebody who took something like that. Spider, community and web weaving. You're going to be getting you're going to be networking. You're going to be out there talking to people, communicating with people. You're going to be very protected in this too. When you find a spider near you, it is actually a sign of protection, of being watched over and protection. Plus, they completely rid your house of pests. It's really nice. Especially tarantulas. Tarantulas get rid of even mice. Mice won't come in a house if there's tarantulas there. Anyway, they completely rid your house of pests. So all of the things that have been outside you, that have been like tearing at you, trying to tear you down, trying to destroy what you're working on, all of those things are going to be falling away. And there's going to be a bright new day in front of you. Definitely a lot of good things coming for you guys. And this is going to require confidence. This is going to require a leap of faith. This is going to require you to step into the unknown, to leave your comfort zone, and to completely transform your life in some way. It's going to require you to come into the spotlight and away from that shadowy corner that you've been trapped in for so long. Ow. Yes, the darkness falling away and the brightness is going to be coming out. Model. Some of you may be getting a call from a modeling agent, comedian. We had stand-up comedy earlier too, so comedian, stand-up comedy, carpooling, maid or housekeeping. We discussed that earlier. I feel like some of you, if you are like a maid or a housekeeper and you've been working for somebody that sucks ass and treats you like crap or does not give you what you're worth, you're going to be coming into a new position, and it's going to be a much higher paid position. It's going to be somebody that kind of has money to burn, and they're looking to burn it on somebody who's going to do a good job for them. And you have been somebody who has proven to do a good job, even when you're not receiving a whole lot. Stay-at-home mom or dad. So this energy here could actually be somebody who is looking to be a stay-at-home mom or dad and looking to make money when they can that's a little bit higher money so that they can afford that. Or it could be that somebody is going to be coming into a position that's very highly paid so that their partner could be a stay-at-home mom or dad, or vice versa. Your partner could be coming into a higher paid position so that you can be able to be at home with your children. Leader. Leader and follower. Remember, if you are stepping into a leadership position, you cannot hate the followers as a leader, because without the followers, you don't exist. So the copycats, those are the followers, just saying. Explorer, apprenticeship. So once again with that apprenticeship thing too, somebody could really be working somewhere where they are going to school at the same time and working so that they can get that experience for the higher position once they're done with the schooling. Somebody could be getting handpicked as well by some sort of leader for a leadership position after they are out of that leadership position. That is my warning that I have scheduled myself to DoorDash in half an hour. The Bellagio was on my screen. 33, some of you could be getting ready to go to Vegas as well. There could be somebody here that's getting ready to go to Vegas or to accept some sort of position in Vegas. Bright light, big city, that's where I want to be. James and the Giant Peach is coming to mind as well now. You might actually end up in a place where you're like, how the fuck did I even get here? I have no idea how I got here. But you got there. Farmer. So some of you could be, once again, raising plants or raising animals. There's a lot of different, there's a variety of people here. I should definitely expect that, though. I have so many different things going on. So we have the Page of Stakes. Bullies. You have dealt with a lot of that throughout your life. Judgment. The Star. They judged a star, and they judged this star far too harshly because they did not realize just what you were. Go your own way. I did it my way. I'm still standing after all this time. Dee 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 dee. That's what I got for lyrics for that song. Slayer, come out and die. So somebody could definitely have been attacking you in some way, gang stalking you, possibly stealing from you, making you feel like you were crazy in some way. Somebody could have been trying to cause you to commit suicide, or somebody could have been trying to take you out of the picture and make it look like a suicide. Which reminds me, belladonna grows here naturally. 44. Not that many people know what belladonna even looks like these days. Not that many people kind of use anything like that these days. But belladonna grows naturally here. And once again with this whole a shop. Somebody could definitely be getting ready to open a shop. A magic shop. because technically this is the magic shop that she's working in here. Somebody could be getting ready to open a magic shop. Somebody could be getting ready to open a storefront in dealing with your herbal tonics or remedies, or in dealing with crystals and spirituality, in dealing with witchcraft, divination tools. An antique store. Somebody may be getting ready to open an antique store. All your dreams are getting ready to come true. Although there are some sacrifices that you have had to make this happen. If I die young, bury me in cotton. Yeah. If I die young, bury me in satin. Lay me down in a bed of roses. Sink me in the river at dawn. Send me away to the words of a love song. Oh, oh. So some of you, a lover could be getting ready to pass away as well. First off, she died very quickly. She was in the show for a very short time and then she died. Die Happy. That song's coming to mind again too. And then on top of this, this is right after she had to stab Angel through the heart and push him into that portal, that dimension portal. Because he had, as Angelus, he had opened that portal in that dimension to that demonic world. And in order to close it, he had to be sacrificed. And it was right after he had gotten his soul back. So somebody might actually transform, shift, or change the way that they live their life, who they are, what they're doing. They may have finally chosen to do the right thing. And then they may pass away right after they have chosen to do that right thing. 47. And some of you may actually decide that you need to get away for a while because of this. And you may go somewhere completely new. Some of you could be deciding to change cities. And some of you could be dealing with a lot when you decide to change cities as well. A lot from the people that are locals or who have already been there. Some of you could have already been in this position for the last couple of years where you have been around a new community than you're used to, and it could be a smaller community where the locals have just been really, they don't like outsiders, we'll put it that way. They don't like outsiders in small towns a lot of times. Scrying and intuition. The witch, the earthly weaver of worlds. I love that the witch came up right on top of the magic shop too. I do, sweetheart. Nice to see you again, by the way. I'm probably going to be on here for about another 15-20 minutes. So if you throw your payment this way and then your question down below, I will answer it right after this segment. And this will be the closeout message for tonight, guys. Graveyard, unnecessary fear. So you have been battling your fears, but your fears are unnecessary. You have learned what you needed to learn. 33. You are super skilled in this area. You are amazingly skilled in this area. You may be a perfectionist, a bit of a perfectionist. You could have had somebody in your childhood that was very OCD that caused you to constantly question whether or not you're good enough at the things that you do. Whether or not anything you do is good enough. And so that could be a lot of the issues that you've been having with being able to create this transformation. But you are going to be coming out on top. Zombie, control, owl, wise seeing and wise action, ghost, regret. So some of you could be getting ready to leave behind your regrets. Someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying. So you're ready to fucking live. You're ready to live. Somebody close to you could pass away, and that could be what triggers this transformation as well, where you are deciding, fuck this shit. I'm not doing this petty crap anymore. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I want to be a part of something bigger. I just want to be a part of something bigger. I don't want to be the main attraction. I just want to be part of something bigger. That's a song from a movie. I can't remember what movie or what song, but I just want to be a part of something bigger. And you are wise enough to see that at this point. You're wise enough to see the control that's going on in the situations that you've had in the past, and you're ready to leave those behind. You're ready to leave behind this zombie mindset where you just blindly follow what this earth and the people on it tell you to do. And instead, you are ready to break out of that box and break out of that conformity to do what you want to do. Wake up, you need to make money, and you're deciding, fuck off, I don't. Strange. Yeah, you're deciding to do some things that are strange to other people, some things that other people may not understand, to express wisdom on certain ideas or certain philosophies or certain understandings that other people may not understand. And definitely there are some of you that are getting ready to put this wisdom into your music. This knowledge and this understanding into your music. Once again, some people are getting ready to work with pets. Some are going to be working with aliens. Like, it could be actual aliens, guys. And it could be like illegal aliens or immigrants or things like that. You could be getting ready to go to work in the immigration area. But it could be as well that some of you are getting ready to be very big peacemakers or diplomats in certain ways, or the intelligences that you have been spotted by other people who want to swoop you up and want to put your skills to use. Kind of like I was saying earlier, some of you could have been tested in some way to decide whether or not, for money, you would throw people under the bus just because they were different than you, or just because, whatever reason. And so that could be something that is getting ready to be a possibility in your life, is you have passed some sort of tests and somebody may want to, there could actually even be somebody who, you might find out somebody who supposedly died did not die as well, that they've been there the whole time. Witness protection is coming to mind, or that they kind of decided to go work with somebody in particular as well, and so it had to look like they were gone. What is Vanessa's karma for continuing to lie on you despite knowing the truth? So let me grab my karma cards over here. Vanessa's karma for lying on you despite knowing the truth. After this question, I'm going to do one more quick closeout message as well. It's going to be a quick one, though. I'd rather it be you than me. They felt like they couldn't have happiness while you were happy. This is my why they did this deck. So they don't feel they are talented or recognized in their life. So as much as it hurts when people attack us, and we get very focused on that and distracted by it, try not to get distracted by this. There was something that she felt like was going to happen to her, and she may have scapegoated you. Maybe she thought that you were going to start spinning stories about her in some way. She also felt like while you were happy, she could not be happy herself. She felt like she was miserable because of your happiness, when all actuality, that was not why she was miserable. That's going to be one of her, that's going to be one of the karmas she goes through as well, is realizing that she's not happy while you're miserable either. So it's something inside of herself, and it's not something that you were doing that was causing her pain or her misery. It was stuff in her own life. So she's going to be having to face a mirror at this time. Capricorn. Or Aries, I mean. Oh, actually, Capricorn and Aries are out here. And Virgo. She's going to be overthinking a lot of things. She's going to have a lot of fights and arguments going on in her life. A lot of chaos, a lot of drama. Her stubbornness is going to be getting her into trouble. She may even be targeted by someone in some way. She may end up getting jumped. Nice. Taurus. Which one is... Oh, the bull. Trying to remember which one is Taurus out of the images, because for some reason it's not coming to mind right now. Is it one of the one that's out there? UPS. There may be a package involved in some way. Up. QB. Quarterback. XO. Hugs and kisses. P. Op. B. Z. The reason she was around you was to find out more information about you in some way. Box. Bob. Bop. Open. An open and closed case. Yeah, the stubbornness is definitely something that is present here for sure. Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. She is going to be thinking that her money or something she has can buy her way out of a situation, but she's not going to be able to do that. She may end up falling victim to somebody who is very manipulative as well. Somebody who's very controlling or possessive, and somebody who knows her very well. Like I was saying, I feel like she was an op in a way in your life. She was somebody that was collecting everything she could so that she could be able to distort your image in some way. She feels like she's very privileged in some way, but I feel like these privileges are going to be ripped out from underneath her. I also feel like she's going to be finding out about a lot of falseness in the people in her life. And while you are gaining a lot of abundance, where you're having a lot of fertility come in, a lot of loyalty and commitment come in from people, she's going to be having a lot of disloyalty coming in. She's going to run into somebody who is stronger than her in that way, where they are going to be able to fool her. They're going to be able to get under her skin, and they're going to be able to twist things in her life the way that she has done in yours. Pentagram, harmony, protection, and idealism. Lyrans, strength, courage, and bravery. She may end up with a case against her that is built largely on falsehoods. So somebody may actually lie to get her in trouble with the law in some way. And she may spend a lot of time having to climb her way out of this hole that was dug for her to fall into. And she's definitely not going to see it coming. I feel like you've been very protected throughout this energy as well. Lady de los Muertos. Acceptance and equality. De los Muertos. Señorita de los Muertos. Could be senora too, though. Acceptance and equality. Skull of light. Illumination. So the lies that this person has told on you are going to be coming out too. They're going to be exposed. Somebody may actually even want her dead because of these lies, which sounds pretty drastic, but there could be somebody that has a lot of anger towards her because of these lies, especially if it affected in some way the way that they treated you. You are going to be gaining a lot of acceptance from people around you. Your value is going to be going up. Your worth's going to be going up. People are going to be seeing the truth about you. They're going to be seeing your honesty, your stability, your strength, your caring energy, your commitment, your dedication as well. And I feel like you're going to be being treated very fairly among people where in the past you may have been very discriminated against because of these lies. So, that is what I have for that message. I hope that really helps with your situation. Try not to focus too much on her, because as you pull your energy back and as you pull your thoughts back and as you forgive and release and let go, that's when karma can leave your energy and go back to where it belongs. You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you for being here tonight as well. And thanks for the purchase too. So, closeout message for the career shifts and transformations. Take it easy and allow things to flow naturally. The 8 of Swords. The High Priestess. We're not meant to know everything. So you're going to have to break free of this self-imposed prison of feeling like you need to know more before you can take action. You don't need to know everything before you can walk out that door. 10101. Somebody could be getting ready to do something with computers as well. That could have something to do with the writing message too, and the writing of a book or something. There could be a book on a computer. Somebody may really want to apologize as well for placing you in this overthinking energy, or this worried energy, or this fearful energy, or holding you back in some way when you could have created something amazing. Remember, with the great power that you're getting, not to abuse your authority, because once again, this is, okay, there has been a lot of really fucked up things done in the name of psychology. Yes, we did find out a lot of information, but wow, is there some fucked up things that were done in the name of psychology. This woman is actually the leader of the underground government thing where they collect up all the monsters and put them in cells and experiment on them and fuck with them and distort them or piece them into new things or whatever the case may be, experiment on them, all that kind of shit. Some of you may actually be working to stop something like that as well, or to uncover it, or to shine a light on it in some way. But once again, don't abuse your power, because if you abuse your power in this important role that you're getting ready to step into, it can have really dramatic and drastic consequences. You're going to be making a very big impact, and that footprint that you want to leave is going to be one that needs to be a very good one, especially if it goes back to that one I was discussing about working with certain people that some people would give up for money. Water element, reflection, kindness, compassion, or secrets that people would give up for money that are very important to the safety and protection of a group of people. Ebens, mystery, reading between the lines, intuition. So trust your intuition at this time, and the best way that you're going to be able to trust your intuition at this time is making sure that you're in your own energy, that you are not in everyone else's energy and everyone else is not in your energy, that you're cleansing regularly, that you're reflecting on things regularly, that you're taking the time you need for your mental and emotional care as well, so that you can be in the best energy possible to deal with everything coming your way. The lamp, remembrance. Far away, long ago, things I almost remember, and a song someone sings once upon a December. Somebody may have actually even been taken as a child, and you may be finding your family again. That could have something to do with that family business type of energy too. Once again, with the aliens as well, you may be remembering things that you have forgotten, or things that you were kind of made to forget. Not a victim, a survivor. Messages. You're going to be receiving a lot of messages as well, because you've come out of this victimhood mentality and this victim energy, and you are stepping up into a more powerful energy. The energy of the survivor and the thriver. The one who is capable of pulling themselves up out of the mud, washing themselves off, and presenting themselves again, even after a hard day. You're a very hard worker, and you're very skilled at what it is that you do. Some of you could definitely be receiving some sort of love messages as well at this time. Somebody may be looking at you with the eyes of love because of the work that you're doing, especially if you're doing work that involves creatures that are different, or beings that are different, or, you know, working with children that feel like outcasts, or whatever the case may be. So that is pretty much what I got for tonight's reading, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear whether or not you resonated with it, or what you might be going through, or all the different jobs that you guys are going to be going into in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for whatever support you send this way, whether it be liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, leaving timestamps, donations, hitting the little super thanks button. Anything that you guys do to support this channel or the work that I do, I really appreciate you guys so much. And it helps me out so much more than you guys know. So thank you for that. 44 is on the screen. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. You're getting ready to celebrate some pretty big victories with very strong foundations attached to it. So definitely, yeah. Bold, sassy, resilient. The toss sentience. 7 of stakes, that doppelganger energy again. Facing face to face the people who have been trying to take from you or emulate you. The people who have, yeah. You are very protected at this time. Lean into that protection, lean into that faith, and know that things are going to work out for your highest good. And I will see you guys next time.